Hey guys, Freddy here. Welcome back to another Modern Magazine thing. Because this time I'd like to present Dungeons & Dragons Adventurer issue number 61. Now this one was strange, because when I went to the shop there are actually 2 copies on the shelf. I'll put the picture up somewhere. And that surprised me, because every other week there's only been the 1 copy that me and somebody else has been basically fighting over, seeing who would get there first. Now I've been lucky recently, so perhaps that other person went into the shop and asked them for a second copy, because it was still sitting there when I left. And again this week I got to the self-service till, and this one was age restricted. I don't know what's going on with some of these issues being age restricted and others not. But anyway, none of that's important. Let's have a look at Dungeons & Dragons Adventurer issue number 61. And so we've got Dungeons & Dragons Adventurer issue number 61. I'll chuck the bag out of the way because it's shiny and rustly. And we've got the magazine. There's no maps or anything with it this time, although the last few pages are the thicker card character sheets, but we'll come to them in a moment. And we've got some dice, or a dice, because this time we've got a nice dice bag and a massive D12. It's quite weighty, still obviously very plasticky, but that's quite nice. I like it, going with the other ones I've got. I managed to get a few of these, although I do not have a full set. We shall see if I ever do, or whether I missed those ones. But anyway, onto the magazine itself. So, we've got a new and exclusive adventure. Mind Zone Psychic Resonance. Destructive Defenders, Force Grey. Warlock Eldritch Invocations. And learn fantastic new 5th level features. Well, I've commented on the cover the last couple of issues. It's nice, and we finally get one of the characters off this cover within the character sheets we've got. So, we've got a halfling monk. Nice little picture, quite cool. We have a Genasi ranger. And looks vaguely elf-like. I'm not that impressed with that image. We have a tabaxi sorcerer. Now, he looks familiar. Or she. Or whatever it is, I'm not sure. And we have a tiefling warlock, who does not look that familiar. So on the cover, we have that tabaxi. So we actually are getting these characters, although we've gone through quite a few of the adventures, because it does make a big point that the adventure this issue is designed for 5th level characters. So you would either need to be waiting until several more issues have come out, so you've got the character sheets, or just be playing with whatever you've got so far. Anyway, inside, we've got the contents page, Adventure 6, number 61, Brother Against Brother. Sage Advice, Spellcasting, Supernatural Regions. Well, I've kind of commented that the Supernatural Regions are interesting, but it's really dragging it on a bit. You know, we've had 6 of them now within the last 3 issues or so. And most of the rest of the magazine is taken up with character creation class features for 5th level. We've got Monk, 5th level features, Warlock, 5th level features parts 1 and 2, Ranger features 5th level, Sorcerer features 5th level, and then a lore section on Force Grey, who I was not aware of. So we've got Supernatural Regions. This time we are looking at Psychic Resonance effects. So these are regions that you're going through, and they have a slightly different effect on the world. So it makes journeys a bit different. You're travelling through a region where a psychic storm is going on, and you can have different effects. It will make journeys far more interesting. So it's a decent article. I feel like we've had a lot of these recently. It would have been better if they'd been scattering through the magazine, you know, 1 every 10 issues. So we were just getting to number 6 now, rather than just 6 of them within the last 3 issues. Anyway. And then we go on with character creation sections. So we're leveling up to level 5, and we've got monk features. You know, they get their extra attack, stunning strike, overall improvements. So martial arts die goes up, slow fall, deflect missiles, maximum hit points, and hit dice. And then we've got warlock features, 5th level part 1. And spellcasting improvements, proficiency bonus, hit point increase. And then we've got eldritch invocations. So 5th level invocations, they've got the slow spell, and we've got a magic item here. Following 2 invocations can be used only by 5th level warlocks who have chosen the Pact of the Blade, the Thirsting Blade, and improved Pact weapon. And then we've got ranger features. So their second level spells they gain access to, their archetype spells, proficiency bonuses, and a couple of spells. The sorcerer features, a very striking image. I'm not that keen on it, but it is a very striking image. I do like these sort of gibbons or baboons on the head of the staff. It's kind of very cool. Anyway, we've got their features, so their spellcasting, spell slots, and sorcery points, and their hit points increase. And that's been most of the magazine we've gone through, which is just leveling up to level 5 for these classes. Then we've got Force Grey. The notorious destructive adventuring company saved the city of Waterdeep on numerous occasions. So this is a group that players can join. Now, I think this feels very niche. You know, if you're in Waterdeep, then you might use these. So it's going to be a very small amount of players. I know Waterdeep's one of the major places in Forgotten Realms, but there's just so many other places you can adventure. So getting the call, the benefits of joining them, their operating procedure. So some background information on it. And then we're on to the adventure, or the encounter. And brother against brother. Now in this one, the undead, the necromancer who has been assaulting the city of Gauntlegrim, is raising the dwarves who have been slain as dwarf zombies. So one of the clerics of the city is going to cast a major piece of magic to basically deny these bodies to their enemy. Because this is obviously a losing tide of battle. As more and more dwarves die, they join the enemy. I like the idea, but the adventure itself's not that cool. So, encounter goals. The characters must help Torbera Lightforge complete her ritual. We've got the ritual site, how to begin it. So when they approach the ritual site, what they encounter at the ritual site, and then basically what they're doing is holding out and protecting her. So it's a kind of escort mission. They need to hold her for 4 to 5 rounds while she casts this spell. If she gets hit, she stands a chance of losing it. We've got rules in here for what happens. She needs to make concentration checks. It has a boxed out section there talking about how you might extend it out to add tension, or if the players aren't succeeding, you might cut it back. It's up to the games master. And we've got different things, you know, rewarding big plays. If a character makes a hefty sacrifice or another extreme offering to help complete the ritual, consider allowing them to automatically succeed on their check. So she starts the ritual, and every round you roll 1d4 on here, and you've got different types of zombies. Loathsome zombies, 1d4 plus 4 dwarf zombies, 1d4 plus 4 dwarf skeletons, 1d3 plus 1 dwarf spectres. She's conducting the ritual, how the players can aid it, or they can try and protect her so she can cast it, and eventually the ritual is complete. She tearfully thanks them and urges them to hurry back to the Vault of Kings so they can plan their next move and press their advantage. And then we've got lots and lots of stat blocks. So we've got Torbera Lightforge, the dwarf cleric, who is the one taking part in the ritual. We've got zombies, we've got skeletons, we've got loathsome zombies, and we've got spectres. And then we've got the character sheets. So there's not a lot in this one, actually. I'm pretty disappointed. The Supernatural Regions article's alright. Force Grey is so niche, I think it's pretty useful. And the adventure is just a glorified escort mission. So there's not much, remembering that this is £8.99 per issue. So, best part of a tenner. It's not a cheap thing. So, one article, a pretty poor adventure, but a lovely big massive dice. So that was Dungeons & Dragons Adventurer issue number 61. And I can't say that was a great one. Really nice dice with it, but most of it's given over to the character leveling up. The adventure's not up to much as well. It's just one combat scene. And there's only a couple of articles in it apart from that. A very, very disappointing issue. Hopefully things will be back on form in the next couple of weeks, because it's been pretty good for a while now. But this issue was just a big letdown. Anyway, as usual, I think I've been wittering on for quite long enough, so thank you very much for watching. As always, most of all, you look after yourselves, and I'll catch you later. Bye now.